Hello everyone, this is Positive Tarot here again with you today on October 28th, 2019. And I'd like to do a quick little reading I was drawn to do this afternoon. Really looking into your feelings and the feelings of the other. And I think today we'd like to describe the other as something significant in your life. Some force, be it human, animal, mammalian, or inanimate, that is pushing or pulling you right now. Maybe you're here to get a little thought on that. So hopefully we can provide you with something. Spirit, let me be a clear channel for all good things to come through. Okay. And one of my littles left this cute little charm for me. She saw my table, and I guess it's a falcon, something like that. She said it had to stay here for today, so we'll leave that right over there. And we'll get the first card. So the first card's going to be about your feelings toward this situation. And as always, these readings are timeless. Please take what resonates with you. And oh my gosh, I almost forgot. Please interpret the cards as you see fit. So take a look at the pictures, look closely, and really see how you can use your intuition and how they resonate for you. Okay, so the first card will be for your feelings. And that's the Two of Swords, which is a crossroads typically. In this new deck, I'm going to look a little closer and see what they call about from this card. Really interesting that there's a flower right there in the middle of it. So again, see what you can see what you feel looking at this, the emotions it brings up in you, and take that as your own. Let's see what other readings we can lend to it. Two of Swords. With the power of the Spirit, you determine your judgment and support your decision. You have seized the swords, the weapons of the Spirit. You know the boundary between daytimes and dreams, between sleeping and waking. Keep this bridge open. I know I said the same thing, but there's a great Rumi quote about that as well. I don't know if anyone reads Rumi, or a great poet to look up. There's many translations that will try to do him justice, but there's an old quote. He says that early in the morning there's a bridge between the spirit world and the divine. He says, keep the door open, don't go back to sleep. Don't go back to sleep. I think it's right for that moment when you want to roll over in bed and just snuggle back down, but it says the early morning has secrets to tell you. Anyway, once you sort out your feelings and fantasies, you win insights into areas that go far beyond any superficial hearsay. You can use peace and insight, but they do not come by themselves. Certain feelings and needs are now waiting for your clarification and a call for a decision to be made. Sometimes vague ideas can be accompanied by nervousness, anxiety, headaches, or stomach aches. But you're surviving. Amen to that. Be prepared for criticism and self-criticism. Collect not only information or explanations, but find true understanding. And I love that. It kind of goes back to what we were saying in one of the last readings. Just sometimes you have to steamroll yourself more than you steamroll anyone else, just to get through those self-criticizing thoughts and be positive. Be positive even when it seems like you shouldn't be positive. So, since this is the one of your feelings in this reading, I'm going to read for happiness. It says ambivalence, ambiguity, and inconsistency are parts of life. Don't allow yourself to be discouraged by the abundance of different experiences, and do not hide yourself behind indecision or coquetry. Do what you have to do. Que vivra vera, who lives will see. Do what you have to do. I love it. That seems more like typical Two of Swords energy. But this thing is super bouncy. Try and restabilize you guys. But for this week, or this day, or when you're seeing this reading, what you're thinking about, your feelings should focus on your ability to discern. Okay, number 2, let's get feelings of the other. I like that that could be an inanimate object. If you can hear my son singing in the background, I think he might be in love with Alexa. We'll save that for another time. And definitely love is good no matter where it's placed. So inanimate objects, animate, mammalian. I think there's some reptile lovers out there. Feelings of the other. So let's take this card. Ooh, the universe. And this is another great card in this deck. I'm going to try to place a link to this deck below, but I'm still working on getting this channel up and running correctly. It is the Thoth Tarot. Really nice universe card. So again, use your own intuition. What do you see in this? How could you interpret it? What does it look like to you? These are all very abstract. So I'm sure we can all Google the meanings of different things. And there's always different levels. And every time I look at these cards, I'm like, oh, that's something new. So, the universe. That would be the feelings of the other. Let's do a little read for it. I believe it is still a major. Let's see, the universe. Yeah. Let's see what it says. There it is. Opposite the Fool. You are Mr. and Mrs. Universe. Oh my gosh, don't tell Donald. The snake may have an erotic significance. It is also a sign of the infinite braided belt of evolution. The pendulum and the sickle, which hang down from the eye like mid-heaven. Top right of the picture. Let's look. I see that. Remind one of clockwork, the importance of a time period, or an epoch. I'm kind of getting an epoch. How long of a time that is. Every day, every hour, every minute has an individual expression and its own content, like a flower that blooms at the moment in question before vanishing once again the next. Everything has its time, its measure, and its limitations. And always there is an alternative. Therein lies another meaning of the pendulum and sickle. Nothing can be understood from itself alone. For each proposition, there is a counter-proposition. For each maxim, a contradiction. The purpose for the examination of these polarities of life is the discovery of personal values. What do you value? Where are you thinking along these lines? Your role in this world, your house, and your home in the universe are drawn up based on circumstances such as the lower design underneath the snake head. But your time, your space, and your limits are only then outlined in general terms. You fill them in your own way. I like that. Anyway, it says in doing so, the man has to recognize himself in the woman in order to understand the universe. And the woman has to recognize herself in the universe in order to understand herself. Wait a minute. I don't have to understand the man? No, the man has to recognize himself in the woman in order to understand the universe. And the woman has to recognize herself in the universe in order to understand herself. I'm not sure I agree with the way that's written, but we're going to go with it anyway. I will add a little tidbit from something else I was listening to today. It's more on gratitude than anything. Sometimes we just don't have an idea of where the other person's coming from. Sometimes it's truly hard to appreciate, especially those contradictory views that are far, far to the left or far to the right of our own views at the time. Because I know my views change. I am not the same person I was when I was 20. I'm not the same person I was when I was 10. I'm not the same person I'm going to be at 50 or 60. And neither is the other person. Neither is the other. Sometimes it's good to have gratitude for a person's perspective. And sometimes it takes a lot more time to understand where that perspective actually comes from. Because they all come from somewhere, ladies and gentlemen. Number 3, third card we're going to pull is the challenges or opportunities you're going to have in this situation or whatever you're focused on at the moment. Oh dear, let's get back in there. Let's do a little shuffle here. I hope you're all having a good week so far. That's much better. Get in there, guys. So this would be challenges and opportunities. Well, you don't want to come out. We'll go one more time with these. There you go. Okay. Ooh, we're pulling debauch. I believe that's in debauchery, but where are we at here? Almost looks like a willow tree to me. Maybe lanterns? It's a 7 card. And it's of cups, but what an interesting design. Let's see what they have to say on this one. That goes down there. 7. 7, 7. Beep, beep, beep. You are an important and exciting time, or you are in an important and exciting time. You are filtering out which dreams and which fears are important to you. So as long as this goes with challenges and opportunities, it can be a challenge and it can be an opportunity. As in the picture, unnecessary expectations, promises, or fears drain away until that which remains in the cup really fits for you and raises your feelings to new heights. This card relates to feelings which exceed your personal capacity. In total contrast to, say, the 5 of Cups card, where all the cups are empty, here there is a picture of abundance. It's incredible. There, more feelings are in motion and more is moving between heaven and earth than the existing 7 cups can accommodate. Therefore, no other choice is left to you other than to put your existing needs and possibilities to the test. See which are challenges and which are opportunities. Sometimes, even the greatest longing and the most unrealistic desire is exactly the right desire. In other cases, however, even the smallest lure and the most harmless promise comes from evil. Take care of the desires and fears that occupy you the most. Explore them, examine them, test them. That will bring you the farthest now. So number 4, the last card I'm going to pull for today in this sweet little reading, has to do with development, and the tendency. So if the 3 card is going to be a card of exploratory, the 2 card is your own decision-making ability. The universe is what the other has feelings of the other, places to explore. It is almost infinite. This to me looks like your options running over. Some people would say it's challenges. I think different moments of every day, I can call them different things. But I'm more likely to be starting to call them opportunities. Because there is an opportunity in every single kernel of challenge. Okay, this one feels right. Development and tendency. Cruelty. I think I did see Maleficent last week. Number 9, Swords. This is a great card. Just great design. And I'm a Mars baby, so I'll take it. Swords. Yeah, that's what it is. So through your development and the tendency, your perceptions transform you into flesh and blood. From thoughts come deeds, and from experience come insights. Blatant contrasts are displayed here. Exaggerations, hair-splitting, torment or breakdown, sorting and clearing of chaos. The title Cruelty captures, as all captions on this tarot, only a tiny aspect of the card. The picture represents no more and no less than the heart and mind, the weapons of the spirit, and the lifeblood which either complement or fight each other across a broad front. Understand that the consequences and meanings of your thoughts broaden your spiritual horizons. In chaos comes clarity. Take it on. You are confronted with alertness, clarity, and brightness. Get used to it without pressure. Relax through it. Your freedom is not a burden. Your work is not hard. You are fine as you are. Be prepared to be there completely, to act for yourself, and to give answers to what happens, and to act for the many. This is your responsibility. You do not need to prove a thing. Be your own friend and love yourself. I like that. Well, if that's a good way for development this week, or this day, this evening, something to keep in mind. Something to have. Okay, well, that's all for today, my friends. I hope you have a great day, night, and I will see you soon. Bye.